Glad you're here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, home of the Reds since 2003. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the Cincinnati Reds.
And now,
first pitch coming at you right after the break.
Your Cincinnati Reds.
Just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, Connor Phillips. What do we have on him?
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe two at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Lars Nootbaar. And there's a foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. To the right side. He takes it on his own, and the first out of the game is an easy one. Here's the Cardinals lineup now. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take, with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing, otherwise you'll be really frustrated after this one.
Ivan Herrera in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
That one's in there, and the count is 0-2. Ground ball to the right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Two away here in the top of the first.
Batting third, the left fielder, Alec Burleson.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
It's 0-1.
2 outs, base is empty. Hit weakly on the ground.
That's
and
foul.
It goes just foul. The 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two outs. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Cardinals nothing. Reds coming to bat. Watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill, Sonny Gray. How about a report on him, Chris?
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to. Misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the defense work behind him.
And here is T.J.
Leading up
Friedel.
for the Reds, the center fielder, T.J. Friedel.
That's off the mark,
outside.
and that is ball one. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Church snags it, and there's one away. Here's the lineup for the Reds. And Cindy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in the lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. You know, just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Gavin Lux stands in now and watches strike one. Next pitch is downstairs.
Ball.
One out, base is empty. That
Strike
one
two.
finds the zone, and the count 1-2.
Ball, 2 strikes.
Almost
That's
got
it.
him.
Ball.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. The throw to first, and there's 2 down.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's
That's
internal
shortstop.
clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Here's Ellie. No matter what he does on the field, it feels exciting.
Ellie De La Show, partner, an electric player. No wonder they put him on the cover.
No balls. 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. That one ripped right center field. And that's going to bang against the wall. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's Miguel Andujar.
1-0.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. To third, safe there. And I got to think that'll be scored a pass ball.
That pitch was pretty far outside, further than he was set up, so kind of a tough one to handle, but still something he knows he should have had since it bounced off his glove and got away.
De La Cruz at third with 2 away. Next offering is in for a strike.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Nootbaar puts it away, and that is that. So 1 left for Cincinnati, scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second, and here's the first baseman, Wilson Contreras. Phillips back to work. To the right side, Lux. Handles, throws to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Mason
Wynn will hit next. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. And there's a
No,
ball.
that missed.
And
That's a
because
ball.
of that big power arm, he's able to play a little
1-0.
bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. That one is gone. He'll circle the bases, and they jump out front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Here's Nolan Gorman. That's in there, and that is strike one.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. And strike two. Time to check on our umpires.
0-2.
Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Ball.
Next pitch misses. 1-2 to count. And they'll do it again. Swings and misses. Had him out front for strike three.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Comes up empty.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Makes the grab, and that'll do it. One in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. It's an early 1-0 lead. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. And now it's Austin Hayes.
The left fielder, Austin Hayes.
Fouled off. He was late.
Nope. Ball.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Fair ball.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, no LB, Marte.
Noel V. Marte, the next to hit for the Reds. Late swing, fouled off. And that's downstairs. And 1-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Here's a 1-1. And that curveball drops in there for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. That was the sweeper, but it missed.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Spencer Steer in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Payoff pitch. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Batting seventh, the first baseman, Spencer Steer.
Stepping in, Spencer Steer.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
There's a strike. Hayes over at first with one away. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He circles the bases, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-1.
That's an incredible job of letting that breaking ball get deep, trusting your hands, and driving it out the other way. That's how you practice it in the cage. Incredible when you can translate it into the ball game.
One out, base is empty. Jose Trevino, the next to hit for the Reds. And the sweeper is off the plate.
1 ball, no strikes.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Pajes makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Now batting Ke'Bryan Hayes. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Line drive, and that's a fair ball.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the nooks,
it
can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the center fielder, T.J. Friedl. And first offering is fouled off. And that one is lifted in the air. Burleson squeezes it, and that will end the inning. Cincinnati plates a pair on this homer, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here in Cincinnati, all set for the start of the inning. And here's the catcher, Pedro Pajes. And strike one to the catcher.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Throws to first in time. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Batting none, the center fielder, number 27,
Nathan Church. Next up for the Cardinals. Church measures 5 feet 10 inches, 24 years old, and he's usually in right field, but today he's patrolling center.
Some guys love to make that adjustment from a corner spot to center field because in center you get the best view of the ball game. You're looking straight in at the hitter's area. On the corners, you're blocked a little bit.
on strikes he goes, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So the batting order turns over, and now the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar, grounded out his first time up. Swings through that.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Oh, 2 now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Reds 2 and the Cardinals 1. Back here at Great American Ballpark, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's Gavin Lux. First pitch doesn't find the zone. On the ground, right side, Sajazi whips it to first. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Now batting, the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
And the batter now, Ellie De La Cruz. Doubled his first time. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
1 down, base is empty.
Hey! 2 and 2.
2-2. And that's just foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one almost got him. And he walked him.
Ball 4, runner, take your base.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that ball.
In now for the Reds, Miguel Andujar flied to right his first time. And that's a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Slice to right. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Throw cut off to second. In there safely.
Everything came together for him. Loud contact leads to the double, and you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Now the left fielder, Austin Hayes. Golden opportunity right here. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Second and third, 1 away here in the last half of the 3rd. That one is absolutely belted. Out of here. He flexes his power with that swing. It's 5-1.
a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there, patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to the lead. It's 6-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. And that one fouled off.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Look out!
That hit him.
And it hit him.
I think he's getting hit whether he tries to get out of the way or not. That just seemed to be tracking him out of the pitcher's hand.
One gone, runner at first. Here's Jose Trevino. Sonny Gray checks on the runner. Steer dives back in safely. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Nootbaar hauls it in, and there's two away.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
Now the third baseman, Key
number
Hayes.
13, Key Bryant.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings.
There goes the runner. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And he makes the catch. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 4th, and now it's Ivan Herrera. And first offering is fouled off. Phillips winds and deals. And that misses. 1-1. Swing and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The batter, the left fielder, Alec Burleson.
And now, Alec Burleson. His first at bat was a strikeout. He swings and fouls one off. This to third. To second, there's one, and it's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
The first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
2 down, bases empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Wilson Contreras. 0 for 1 so far. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Next to hit, Mason Wynn. Yeah. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-2.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swings and misses. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. So no runs on 2 base hits. No errors and a runner left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Reds 6 and the Cardinals 1.
Now pitching for
Welcome
St.
back,
Louis.
and they turn to a new arm as we kick off
22.
the bottom of the 4th. Gordon Graceffo.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap
Leading
that
off
starter
for
left
the
for him.
Reds, the center
Now
fielder,
here's the Reds
TJ
leadoff man, T.J. Friedl. 0 for 2
Friedl.
in this one. Foul ball there.
Well, these Reds really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. You just can't average 2 runs per inning without a complete team effort from the lineup. Everyone's been doing their job, setting up the next guy, and taking care of their own business at the plate.
In the air, center field. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Gavin Lux digs in now. He's grounded out a couple of times. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one hops against the fence. And into second with 1 away. That's a double.
He was all over that one. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
The Reds signed Ellie in 2018, but it took a few years for him to stand out in their minor league system. In 2021, he went from an unranked prospect to a player on a fast track to the majors. Few scouts out there believe a growth spurt helped change Ellie's entire career.
Fought off foul.
You know, the Reds were lucky they even noticed De La Cruz. They sent a scout to the Dominican Republic to watch a different player, but Ellie was playing in the same program. The Reds liked what they saw and offered him a deal the very next day.
The shortstop takes the ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Run comes in from second, and it's now a 6-run lead. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Well done. Drives in the run. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Miguel Andujar, 1 for 2. Just missed.
1-0.
One out and a runner at second. That catches the top part of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Cut on and lifted in the air. It's going to fall for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
The left fielder, number 3.
Here's the left fielder, Austin Hayes. He's already homered in this game. Headed towards the corner, and it stays fair. In to score is the runner from third. It's an RBI single. It's 8-1. Noelvi Marte, the next to hit for the Reds. He's already homered here in this one. Ripped on a line. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. One run is in. Runner holds at third, so just one across on the play.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
One away, runners at second and third. Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. Ground ball left side, and foul ball. Two on, one out. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it falls.
The catcher, number 35, Jose.
Next for Cincinnati, Jose Trevino. And that one fouled off. Hit hard, base hit. One run across. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Bases still loaded and still only one away. Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Gordon Graceffo won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
new arm of the mound for the Cardinals, Riley O'Brien.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
In now for the Reds, Ke'Bryan Hayes. That one missed.
That's a ball.
Late with the swing there.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
That's to third. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Steps on the bag for one.
Great effort on that play. Knocks it down. Doesn't get it cleanly, but stays with it. Is able to come up, make a strong throw across the diamond
now
to get the out.
The center fielder,
so the lineup flips over. And now here is T.J. Friedl. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. On the ground, Gorman. Steps on the bag for the force. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. We played 4. It's the Reds 11 and the Cardinals 1. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
See, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels, and I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment.
But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Whips it across. One up, one down.
Second baseman, Thomas Sajazi.
Now up for St. Louis, Thomas Sajazi. He's 0 for 1. Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all, and everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
Fly ball down the line. Into the dive, and he got it.
You love to see when a guy's hungry to make a play. Right there, an excellent diving catch. You can absolutely tell he was all in tracking that ball down.
Two outs, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to him. Pedro Pajes. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was, I mean, it was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some type of deal at a fast food restaurant, like 3 for 33 or something.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 0-2. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Nathan Church. Struck out looking at his first at bat. That's a little bit low. Pajes, the runner at first with 2 gone. Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
1-2's the count.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So one left for the Cardinals. They trail by double digits, 11-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Gavin Lux. O'Brien back to work. And that's in the dirt.
No strikes.
Well, these Reds, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've been absolutely smashing the baseball. They've racked up a bunch of hits, and 8 have gone down for extra bases.
Rips that one center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down.
And 8 extra base hits is a big number, and it's pretty clear the offense is just feeding off each other at this point. Confidence is contagious.
And now, Ellie De La Cruz.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Ellie happened in July 2023. In one inning, De La Cruz hit a 2-out single to take the lead and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took 2 pitches for him to steal all 3 bases. Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Andujar stands in now, looks at that one inside. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. That to right. Nootbaar moves under it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Top of the 6th inning, and here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Lars Nootbaar. Nootbaar goes 6 feet 3 inches, 205 pounds, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2018. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball. Yeah, there's the strike.
You know, these Cardinals just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Back to the mound. It hit him. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Nick Martinez, ready or not, in the game now after the injury.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Man at first, nobody out. Here's the Cardinal DH, Ivan Herrera. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Friedel. And there's one down.
The batter, the left fielder, Alec Burleson.
So a man aboard. Now the left fielder, Alec Burleson. And that is out of play. Right side, Marte. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
Here comes Wilson Contreras. That's out to center field. Friedel settles underneath it. And that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the left fielder, Austin Hayes. And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Activity in the bullpen. Jorge Alcala getting loose out there. Fernandez getting loose as well. Next pitch is outside. And that's ball 1. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Pajes down to first with it. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice two-strike pitch, though.
Marte, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Up the middle, Sajazi in plenty of time to first, and they're two down.
Number 7, Spencer Steer.
Two down, bases empty. Spencer Steer, the next to hit. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
High in the air, out to right. Nootbaar on the move. And the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. We're through 6 full. It's the Reds 11 and the Cardinals 1. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's the shortstop at the play. Mason Wynn. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
Fouled off left side. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Gorman, the next to hit, takes ball 1. The Reds up big in this one here in the top half of inning number 7. In for a strike, and the count even at 1. Right through there for a strike. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Stays alive. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swung on, popped up left side. Hayes. Out, number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman, Thomas Sajazi.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for St. Louis, Thomas Sajazi.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
And there's a hit. And that extends the inning.
Now batting, catcher.
Here's the catcher, Pedro Pajes. And a foul ball. Sajazi off of first with 2 away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two outs. In the air out to center. Tracks it down for the out. And that is that.
Now pitching for
We're
St.
back
Louis.
in a new pitcher here to start the bottom
Number
of the seventh.
56.
Jorge Alcala.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Now,
Leading
Jose
off for the
Trevino.
Reds, the catcher, Jose Trevino.
That's in there. 0-1.
0-1.
That one's upstairs.
Ball.
Ball one.
1 ball, 1 strike. That missed. That's a ball.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Reaching down, makes the catch.
The third baseman, number 13, Brian Hayes.
Here's the third baseman, Brian Hayes. And it stays fair.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly.
Now
No messing
batting,
around right
the
there.
center
I know that was a ground
fielder,
ball,
TJ
but it was absolutely hammered through the
Friedel.
infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Next to hit, TJ Friedel. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. And they tack on to their lead. It's 13-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So 1 out, nobody on. Gavin Lux, the next to hit for the Reds. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases.
Now batting,
Runner on at first with
shortstop,
1 gone.
Ellie
Next for Cincinnati,
De La
Ellie De La
Cruz.
Cruz. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball could be 2. There's 1. Over to first, safe.
Up next for the Reds, the designated hitter, Miguel Andujar.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Miguel Andujar. And a curve drops in for a strike.
Now, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
And that one misses up and in. Ball 1. This one in the air, right field. Fair ball. Runner puts on the brakes at second, so it's first and second with 2 out.
The
So
left
2
fielder,
on,
number
2 away.
3,
Austin Hayes, the next to hit for the Reds. Liner, base hit. They limit the damage here. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. 8th inning coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. New inning getting started. And now the center fielder, Nathan Church. Martinez back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Marte makes the catch for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Lars.
Now it's the right fielder,
Nootbaar.
Lars Nootbaar. 1 for 3. Yeah, that's fouled off. The Cardinals with a lot of ground to make up, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that one sliced foul. And that one hammered. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Up next for the Cardinals, the designated hitter, Ivan.
Now up for St. Louis, Ivan Herrera. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Nootbaar around third. He'll score easily.
The batter, the left fielder, Alec.
Now the left fielder, Alec Burleson. 0 for 3 in this one. Right through there for a strike. Man at second. That one pushed to the left and foul. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Bounce to the right side. Lux throws to first in time.
Now batting, the first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
In the air, out towards left center. Hayes makes the grab on the run. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. The Reds on top 13-2. Back here in Cincinnati, ready for the bottom of the 8th. In now for the Reds, Noel V. Marte. Top of the zone for a called strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Got all of that one. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 14-2. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And You know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Jorge Alcala done for the afternoon, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Ryan Fernandez into the game.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
So digging in, Spencer Steer. Swing and a pop-up, foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Strike two.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Nootbaar makes the grab, one down.
Now batting, the catcher, Jose.
Here's the Reds catcher, Jose Trevino. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Now the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Fastball is outside.
That's inside.
Missed.
That's the ball.
Trevino leads off first with one away. The 2-0 is in for a strike. And that one popped in the air, left field. Burleson puts it away for the out. And there's two away.
Now batting, center fielder, TJ Friedel.
At the plate, TJ Friedel. And there's a strike. This one in the air. Nabs it, and that is the third out of the inning. One for the Reds on the homer. Last chance coming up here for the Cards. Back here at Great American Ballpark, we go to the 9th, and now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a pop-up. Lux gets under it. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number one.
Now batting, the third baseman, Nolan Gorman.
Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. Swings through that one for strike one.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
In the air, left field, Hayes. Should have this one. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the second baseman, Thomas.
So it's their last chance in this one. Thomas Sajazi now at the plate.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
And it's fouled away. This could end it. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And he makes the catch. Ball game, and the Reds slug their way to a win in this one.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
14-2 at the end of this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.